A nice way to start our Belted Galloway show. Avery brought us a really nice little heifer, and they make a cute pair, a sweet little pair to start this show. And nice heifer she's got. She's square, she's good looking, nicely presented, got some muscle, got some hip to her. We'll get her back out here for champion drive in a bit.
Another good class of prospects over here, and I think the black and white one wins kind of quite handily for me. I just think in terms of having some look to him and being good there in his chest and just his progression back to his flank, his feet and legs, his muscles very nice. I think that's just a very good place to start. From there, a little more sort challenge in the orange calf probably isn't the most overwhelming in terms of his shape. I think in terms of his structure, though, and his build, I think he probably hits me with the most probably gas and just kind of long run mentality. I think his hip, his hind leg is good. His front end structure is built pretty good. He still reads with enough shape to him. He's got just enough body right now. I think he's just a little skinny still, but I think that calf kind of down the road will just kind of hits me as a little more of a safer bet. Young man, I like your smoky steer quite a bit. Parked and stopped here. It gives you a nice look. His body shape, he's got a lot of length of hip and punch and power to him. It's just when you ask him to go, he just gets a little forward there in his blade, kind of as he goes there in his pasture, and I like to just see him kind of reach, just kind of go with a little more authority. He kind of just gets a little kind of lazy there as he kind of goes away from you. Parked and stopped, though, that one's very, very nice. I like a lot of things about him. From there, again, the black calf hits me a little immature right now, and that's okay. I think his looks good, his length of body, his levelness of hip and tail head. He's one that's just a little immature in terms of his flank. Needs just to have a little more body. When you ask him to go to, just relax him in his pasturing a little bit, relax him there in his spine, but I think that's a really nice calf, again, to go. The young lady here, again, with the smoky steer, hits you really productive. He's good there in terms of his lower body, back through his flank. Calf's got muscle. He's just one that's a little kind of quicker in terms of his appearance. Reads there just a little out in his front end. Needs to just kind of reach and handle his hind leg a little better, but muscle and lots of product in there in that calf. Again, the steer that comes out again, a little bigger scaled, long-bodied, got some muscle. Calf just needs a little more time on feed. Needs to be a little coordinated off of either end of his skeleton. Kind of round out the class again. Good class of steers, ones that just have a few structure kind of disadvantages. Some need a little more muscle, some need a little more time on feed to develop. Very nice class again.
Results from Class 101 Belted Galloways Heifer Calf. First place, Spring Hill Gotcha, exhibited by Avery Stiltson from Ohio. Average weight per day per gain of 2.94. Classes 15 and above Belted Galloways, please report to the makeup area. Results from Class 8 Prospect Steers. First place, entry number 285, exhibited by Caden Wampler, Green Forks, Indiana. Second place, entry number 81, exhibited by Casey Cottrell, New Holland, Ohio. Third place, entry number 49, exhibited by Matthew Cox, Franklin, Ohio. Fourth place, entry number 172, exhibited by Claire Kramer from Findlay, Ohio. Fifth place, entry number 271, exhibited by Kendra Stevens from Lebanon, Ohio. Sixth place, entry number 119, exhibited by Kinsley Harris, Helper, Kansas. Seventh place, entry number 5016, exhibited by Grace Shute from Greensburg, Indiana. Eighth place, entry number 121, exhibited by Inley Hauer, Big Prairie, Ohio. Ninth place, entry number 296, exhibited by Josie Weir from Sycamore, Ohio. 10th place, entry number 227, exhibited by Grace Nolan, Minden, Ohio. And 11th place, entry number 77, exhibited by Vulcan Everett from Delphi, Indiana.
On the Belted Galloway side, Mark brought us a nice single entry. Mark's from Pennsylvania. I think in the grand scheme of things and compared to the general population, this heifer's above average for foot size and bone. She's got some hip, got some center body to her. We'll get her back out here, compare her a little more for champion drive in a bit. Congratulations to Mark.
Results from Class 102, Belty Galloway. First place, entry number 2, Spring Hill Gia, exhibited by Mark Snyder from Pennsylvania. This will serve as the first call for Class 1 Prospect Heifers. First call for Class 1 Prospect Heifers. First and second place Prospect Steers, please remain in the makeup area. First and second place Prospect Steers, please remain in the makeup area. Prospect Steer exhibitor in Class 10, number 12, please make your way to the makeup area. Prospect Steer exhibitor number 12, please make your way to the makeup area.
Nice trio here on the Belted Galloway side. Starting to get into some numbers here. Young lady's got a really nice one here to win this class. Ultra big bodied, opened up, flexible, good angles. Nice combination of stoutness and maternal look. I thought just power got the young lady's heifer here into second. Just got more weight per day of age, more growth than the heifer that's going to be in third. Heifer that's got more muscle and width and shape. And just overall, just weight per day of age to her allows her to win that pair. Young man's going to round out really attractive female. Probably prefer her head and neck, the nicest of all three of them. I like her front 1/3 assembly, as nice as all three. Just got a little out horse just as far as a performance and weight per day of age standpoint. Very nice trio. Give them exhibitors a round of applause.
Belty Galloway exhibitors, classes 15 and above, please make your way to the makeup area at this time. Belty Galloway's exhibitors, classes 15 and above. Results from Class 103, Belty Galloway's. First place, Spring Hill Luna, with an average weight per day per gain of 2.53. Exhibited by Mark Snyder from Pennsylvania. Second place, entry number 3, Spring Hill Mary, average weight per day per gain of 2.5, exhibited by Mark Snyder from Pennsylvania. And third place, entry number 5, Ray Family Belts Miami, with an average rate per gain of 1.44, exhibited by Henry Snow of Indiana.
Good class here, and young lady's got a really intriguing one to win, one that really sets herself apart just from a design standpoint. This one's just really got the extras just as far as how she's assembled up front, all the way down her top and out through her hip. This one's ultra square and attractive. I like her front 1/3, how her neck comes up high. She's got a big hip in her, and she's really good at the ground. Young lady's heifer is going to be second. This one, again, would have been competitive in every class. This one just kind of got in with one that had a few extras, but I like this one's basic build. She's feminine, she's cowy, she's good jointed, she's sound structured. Very, very good one there in second. Mark's heifer in third. Here's the real high growth weight per day of age heifer. I like this heifer quite a bit just as far as her power and opened up she is. This one's got as much just bulk and density to her as any of the heifers we've seen today. Just maybe wasn't quite as neat out through her top and out through her hip and tail head, and when you get back to her rear hock and pastern as them heifers ahead of her. Young lady's heifer that comes next, I think there's some give and take here in fourth and fifth. I just opted to go with a little more muscle and stoutness in the young lady's heifer that's going out the ring. Young lady that's going to round out the class. This one's as attractive and put together as nice as any. Just wanted to see her just have a little more stoutness and muscle and shape and just width to get her up any higher to compete with them stouter heifers up top.
First and second place prospect steers, please be in the makeup area. Also, Class 1 prospect heifers, this is your second call. Please make your way to the makeup area at this time.
Another nice class of steers here, and I think the young lady here with the solid black steer kind of comes to the top of the class for me, kind of rather handily. I think when she gets him set up, he's got a neat look. His progression there, chest to flank's good. He's got a nice shape to him. He moves good enough out here right now. I think that calf's just very complete, kind of hard to pick a hole in. Nice place to start. From there, a little more sort challenge. I like the young man's calf here when he gets him stopped. Gives you a neat look. I think he's shaped really well in his rib cage, forerib. He's got a big back in him. Ask him to go. He gets just a little forward in his knee. Hocks just a little straighter. Like to just see him just have more just natural depth there back to his flank. But again, I think he moves good enough. His muscle's good. He's got a nice look to him. He's just kind of a nice place for second. Young man brings another one here that's a little greener in terms of his body, a little immature in terms of his flank and forerib. But again, I think his build's not good. His neck comes out of him nice. He's got a nice shape to him. His feet and legs are good. He could just be relaxed a little bit there in his pasturing, but I think he's got some size, some scale, some length of body, some productivity for down the road. I think he's just a very nice calf. Again, young lady brings one here that's really hairy, really highly presented. She's done a good job feeding on him and working his hair. I think his body type is good. He reads with a nice shape to him. He just gets a little kind of uncoordinated as he goes away from you. I'd like to just see him have just a little more pry and punch underneath. Young lady here brings us a nice little steer, one that needs just a little more time. He's long, he's level, he's actually got a pretty good shape to him. He's just kind of out here, wants to fight the halter a little bit. Kind of hard to get just a good read on him. Again, nice class of steers all in all. So a few kind of down the line has some structural issues, ones that need a little more muscle and some more time, but good class of steers.
So we pick our first division here on the belt at Galloway side. Very, very nice division. Very happy with the quality we've seen thus far. We got into a couple nice single entries, and we got into some very nice classes that had some more numbers there in the third and fourth classes. So I think we're going to get two really, really nice ones out of this division. Like both of them a great deal. Young lady's heifer out of that class third. We talk about her just, she is the overwhelming one out here just as far as her width and power and rib shape. Heifer that's very good on the move. She's maybe not as pretty and as elegant as the heifers on either side of her, especially the one right behind her. But that one does have the advantage in just sheer power, mass, performance, flexibility, just a very functional, high-powered package. Young lady's heifer out of that last class, I think that one gets very, very competitive out here. For one that really, I think, sets herself apart in this breed, just her elegant look, her extras from the side, how that one's assembled and built up through her front 1/3 and out through her top and hip, I think is very, very good. This one's very level. She's very attractive. And, boy, if that one just keeps coming with the width, the muscle, the power. I'd like to see that one on down the road. So I think we're going to get a nice pair. Young lady out of that third class will be champion. Young lady out of the fourth class will be reserve.
Results from Class 9 Prospect Steers. First place, entry number 59, exhibited by Addison Dams from Portland, Michigan. Second place, entry number 151, exhibited by Christopher Enlow from Lotto, Indiana. Third place, entry number 127, exhibited by Garrett Hensel from Forest, Ohio. Fourth place, entry number 46, exhibited by Peyton Cooksey from Stoutville, Ohio. Fifth place, entry number 170, exhibited by Katie Kramer from Findlay, Ohio. Sixth place, entry number 83, exhibited by Caitlin Cottrell from New Holland, Ohio. Seventh place, entry number 130, exhibited by Cooper Hetrick, Fremont, Ohio. Eighth place, entry number 228, Angelina Otero from Stanfordville, New York. Ninth place, entry number 50, exhibited by Matthew Cox from Franklin, Ohio. 10th place, entry number 182, exhibited by Bergen Linenhart from Bucyrus, Ohio. 11th place, entry number 222, exhibited by Leah Moorhead from Okina, Ohio. And 12th place, entry number 5007, exhibited by Abby Honeycutt from Southside, Tennessee. Class number 10 is in the ring.
Brought us a nice single entry here. Female, it's very feminine, very cowy, very sound structured. Female, we'll get her out here. We'll get a few more numbers here for division, but certainly like just the fundamentals and basic build that she has to make a nice cow for this young lady.
First and second place prospect steers, please remain in the makeup area. Third and final call for Class 1 prospect heifers. Class 2s, you should be in the makeup area at this time. Classes 2 and 3 in the makeup area, prospect heifers. Results from Class 104, Belted Galloway Junior Heifer. First place, entry number 8, Riversmith Miley What's Good, exhibited by Cassina Thomas from North Carolina. Second place, entry number 12, Elizabeth Livestock Adeline, exhibited by Elizabeth Eaton from Ohio. Third place, entry number 11, Spring Hill Layla, exhibited by Mark Snyder from Pennsylvania. Fourth place, SEBO Diamond, exhibited by Reagan Sewell from Kansas. Fifth place, entry number 7, RDL Miss Maple, exhibited by Charlotte Abigail from Indiana. Your champion junior belted Galloway heifer would be entry number 6, Spring Hill Luna, exhibited by Mark Snyder from Pennsylvania. Your reserve champion junior heifer is entry number 8, Riversmith Miley What's Good, exhibited by Cassia Thomas from North Carolina. Third and final call for classes 15 and above, belted Galloways. Please make your way to the makeup area.
Young ladies brought us a nice class on the Belted Galloway side. I think a very intriguing one to win this class, one that's built very, very good from the side. Just from a design standpoint and balance and symmetry, I like this one a great deal. Great head and neck extension, comes out high and right. The angles are right. Then she comes back into some rib shape and some hip. I thought just a nice one there to win this class. Young lady's got a little more powerful one that's going to be second. I thought she was next in line just as far as her pattern and design and her structure and how she's assembled. Maybe just wasn't quite as neat and correct out through her hip and hock that we found in our class winner. But again, very good looking, very nice just as far as some stoutness and style and combination of those two traits. Young lady, it's going to be third. Here's just a cowier version, I thought, of the one right behind her. I thought this one was just a little more useful. She's flatter shouldered. She's sounder structured. In particular, I like her condition over the heifer in fourth. Just fresher and more ideal, I think, for this stage of the game. Heifer in fourth, she is the stout, high weight per day of age heifer in this class. Really opened up, really bold. Maybe just a little too much shoulder there. Wasn't quite as neat and maternal up through her head and neck. But I like that weight per day of age, and I like that stoutness that she has. Young lady that's going to round out, heifer that's got some muscle and shape. You like that extra power that she's got. We just need to free her up and make her more ideal in her structure to move her ahead. Very competitive class.
Class winners for the Prospect Steer Show, please be making your way to the makeup area at this time. Class winners. Results from Class 107, Belted Galloways. First place, entry number 16, SEBO Elvira, exhibited by Elsa Sewell, average weight per day per gain of 2.02 from Kansas. Class 108, Belted Galloways. First place, entry number 17, Riversmith Hot Girl Summer, average weight per day per gain of 1.55, exhibited by Isabella Honeycutt from North Carolina. Second place, entry number 22, Moonshadow Eureka, average weight per day per gain of 1.86, exhibited by Katie Snow of Indiana. Third place, entry number 20, Spring Hill County Line Marine, average weight per day per gain of 1.96, exhibited by Avery Stitzlin from Ohio. In fourth place, entry number 19, exhibited by Elsa Sewell of Kansas. And in fifth place, entry number 23, exhibited by Reagan Sewell of Kansas. Reminder, those first place Prospect steers should be in the makeup area at this time. Makeup area at this time.
We get into our second division here on the Belted Galloway side. I'm one of them judges. I just don't want anybody else to try and figure out what I'm thinking. I'll try and keep it pretty black and white. But we got into that second class, and we kind of cranked things up a notch, just another level, just as far as quality, build, and combination of muscle and look, and still got some cow power and maternal build to them. Those two young ladies out of that second class will be champion reserve in this division. Congratulations to them.
Division champion for Belted Galloways, entry number 17, Riversmith Hot Girl Summer, exhibited by Isabella Honeycutt from North Carolina. Reserve champion, Belted Galloway, division champion, entry number 22, Moonshadow Eureka, exhibited by Katie Snow of Indiana. Class 112 is in the ring. Class 2 and 3, Prospect Heifers, please be making your way to the makeup area. Classes 2 and 3, Prospect Heifers. Prospect steers number 284 and 59. Please make your way to the makeup area immediately.
Nice trio here in this class. This will also be our division here. Young man's got a really intriguing one to win, and one that's just built really cool and neat from a design standpoint. Balances up so good from the side, her front 1/3, down her top and out through her hip. Love how her tailhead sets into her hip, and really an ideal, I think, hooks to pins placement there on this female. Got some body, got some muscle. If you want to say that the one in second here just grabs a little better and offers more freedom and flex and comfort, I'd agree with you. This one does move better off her rear too, just not quite the extra intangibles we found in our class winner, just as far as elegance and presence and pattern and symmetry. Young lady that's going to round out, I think, very nice cow prospect, very feminine, very sound structured. Just wasn't quite as neat from a muscle and look standpoint, wasn't quite as neat out through her hip, and didn't quite have that extra punch and stifle and muscle that we found in our first two. Very nice trio, good division there.
Entry number 33, Belted Galloway. Please make your way to the makeup area at this time. Entry 33. Belted Galloway Division Champion, entry number 30, AJC California Dreamin'. Average weight per day per gain of 1.79, exhibited by Graham Dickerson from Indiana. Reserve Champion, Belted Galloway Division Champion, entry number 28, Spring Hill County Line Jovi, exhibited by Mark Snyder from Pennsylvania.
Really good class here on the prospect end again. And when these two first come in, I kind of had it in my head it was going to come down to them. And I just think there's some similarities and there's a lot of differences too, and just kind of tell you what I see. And I think right here, this look right here is probably what kind of draws me into this guy. I think his neck comes out higher. I think his chest is neater. He's flatter shouldered. Is he as big backed? Is he as big hipped? No, probably not. But does he have enough? Yes, he's got more than enough. I think his structure's nice. He's big-footed. He's big-boned. He wants to push out of his hock there just a little bit, going away from you. I think he's plenty sound enough. I think the shape to his feet are nice. That calf hits me really hard. Young lady, I like a lot of things about your steer. Again, body type, productive, dimension, power, extra bone, foot. He kind of throw the textbook at him if you want. He gets a little deeper shouldered. He ties his neck in just a little lower. He wants to come in at his knee ever so slightly. That's getting awfully nitpicky on one that is very nice. That's a good calf. Congratulations. Young lady in third, again, you drew a really hard class, and I like a lot of things about this steer. I think he's youthful. He gives you a neat look. I think his shape is really nice. He just drew a tough class. He's not as mature in his bone. He's not as probably good in his body balance back to his flank. He moves nice, though. He's got muscle. I think that calf's best days are ahead of him. I think he's very nice. Kind of get into a little more kind of sort back and forth. And again, the young lady brings one that in terms of his structure is probably one of the better ones. I think he reaches good out of his front end. He gives you a good look. His balance here from the side is good. He just needs to kind of have a little more time on feed. He needs to get masked up a little bit, have a little more shape behind his blade and down through his lower stifle. Nice calf, though. Young man, again, brings a big, stout, burly one that moves good enough in terms of his mobility. He could be a little better there in his blade and knee, the way he reaches. I think his proportion's nice. He's got a nice shape to him. Just ran into a really tough class. Young lady, again, here brings a nice one. Muscular, long, level. Calf just needs to move a little better as we kind of, as he gets out and goes. Again, really nice class of steers. Honestly, probably the deepest in terms of quality from top to bottom. Nice way to end.
Results from Class 10 Prospect Steers. First place, entry number 20, Drew Bowen from Byron Center, Michigan. Second place, entry number 301, Addie Wilson from Denison, Ohio. Third place, entry number 135, Caitlin Hockmeyer from Columbia City, Indiana. Fourth place, entry number 214, Haley Miracle from Yale, Michigan. Fifth place, entry number 12, Garrett Beal from Bloomberg, Ohio. Sixth place, entry number 21, Jalen Boma from Byron Center, Michigan. Seventh place, entry number 199, Austin Marley from Carsonsville, Michigan. Eighth place, entry number 23, Macy Bowling from Greencastle, Indiana. Ninth place, entry number 238, Macy Ratcliffe from Circleville, Ohio. 10th place, entry number 173, Jake Kramer from Findlay, Ohio. 11th place, entry number 5036, Riley Revels from Webster, Florida. 12th place, entry number 54, Kylie Kroll from Remus, Michigan. And 13th, entry number 256, Micaiah Schroeder from Hamler, Ohio. Entry number 47, Isabella Honeycutt. Please report to the Belted Galloway scales. Entry number 47, Belted Galloways. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember, Lindy's livestock photos will be in the ring all week this week taking pictures. If you would like photos and remember your show, please visit lindysphotos.com online.
Allie brought us a nice single entry here. One that definitely would stack up all day. I think this one is fundamentally very good. Got a good look to her. She sounds structured. Got plenty of body. I think she's adequate as far as muscle. One that really gets out and goes and covers her track well. We'll get her out here and compare with a few more numbers out here for division, but very, very nice one she brought to town.
First place, Class 115, Belted Galloways, entry number 33, Sunnybrook Holly, exhibited by Alice Yankee of Virginia.
Really good prospect lineup out here, and I'm happy with them. And I know it's been a lot of cattle to sort through, and with ring help, and I know they're getting tired and trying to move here as fast as we can. I won't talk very long, just kind of brief and quick. I think the first one of the first class is very, very good. I think his better days are ahead of him. Just look. Bone, his structure's good, his shape's nice too. He's just a little immature yet in his body. I think it'll come with time. I just think that calf's better days are ahead of him. Yellow steer again, wants to fight the halter here a little bit. I like a lot of things about him. He's productive. I think his shape's nice to him. He moves good enough. He kind of wants to push out on his hawk. Like to see him tie his neck in ever so slightly a little higher. But again, that's a good calf, a lot of quality in him. Young lady again with the solid black one coming to a tough class. I like that calf too. Standing there, gives you a nice shape. He gives you a nice look. His balance is good. He's just a little straight there in his blade, a little in his knee. Needs to use his hind leg just a little bit better. That's getting picky on one. That's awfully nice, though. He's got a bright future down the road. The white socked one again here, kind of like we talked in class. He won just because his added bone maturity. His structure's really good. He gets just a little dry there in his rear flank, kind of as he's back out here. Again, he's shaped nice. He's got a nice turn to him. Gives you a good look. His structure's very nice. Black and white one again. I like that one quite a bit in class. Look and balance is good. His shape's really nice. He balances up good. He's one just again out here, just needs to relax a little bit, and his pasturing needs to just reach just a little better out of his knee. Parked and stopped though, he's hard not to like, gives you a good look. Yellow steer again, I like that one a lot. I thought his look, his progression of balance and width, his muscle, I thought his structure was very, very good. Again, he come out of a very tough class as well. Gives you a neat look, highly presented. I think that one's got a really bright future as he kind of goes down the road. Young man again behind him. That was a tough class again he kind of come out of. Again, got a nice look to him. His body shape's right. Again, just kind of like I talked to him a little earlier. Wish he was just a little more opened up underneath. Again, hip and hind legs nice. Gets just a little on the extra bendy side for me today. But again, very nice steer. Big burly one again comes in next. Stout, good body. His feet and legs are good. Got a little bit of shoulder. Gets a little kind of crestier, thicker there at his neck. Again, muscular, big-footed, big-boned. I like a lot of things about him. He come out of a tough class as well. Young lady in the green just brings a fault-free kind of type one out here. Gives you a nice look, balances up nice, moves good enough. He kind of wants to shuffle a little bit out of his hip when he gets back out here. Got a nice shape to him again. Just very complete, very fault-free, nice steer. Young man again, come out of a really tough class. I like that steer a lot. I think he's good looking. His bone, his balance, his progression of width is very good. Just a tough class, good calf. With that, I'll get a champion and reserve prospect out here for you guys, and we'll keep going. Thank you.
Your 2024 Grand Champion Prospect Steer for the North American Livestock Show was entry number 20, exhibited by Drew Boma from Byron Center, Michigan.
Good class here on the belted Galloway side. A little give and take in second and third, but I thought the heifer that wins this class is the combination female of the two heifers behind her. I thought she was stouter and bigger footed and denser than the heifer in second. I thought she was more elegant and attractive and neater made than the heifer in third. Heifer that really excels from the ground up. One that's got a nice set of feet and legs. Good in the angle to her and back slope to her knee. Love the angle to her hock and pastern. This one really is a nice combination of having some mass and yet still being very, very flexible and good looking. Young lady, I moved up to second here. This one's really attractive, very nicely presented. This one's just got a really neat look to her. If I could make this one just a little more opened up, give her just a shot more center body and outward curve and lower 1/3, that one gets very, very intriguing to me. Here's one of the stouter heifers we've seen all day is the one in third. This one's got as much just true skeletal width and top shape and muscle as any that we've seen all day, and I think that kind of is intriguing for this breed, one that I think would be very, very fun to breed on and made up to try and make the next generation. I'd just like to refine that one right about her crest and her head and neck to make her more ideal to get her up over them other two. Young lady is going to round out. This one's very cowy, very feminine. With that, she's just not quite as stout. I'd like to open her up. I'd like to give her more foot and bone and just true shape and density and stoutness all the way through. Very, very good class.
Your 2024 Reserve Champion Prospect Steer at the North American Livestock Show is entry number 179, exhibited by Madeline Lautner from Adel, Iowa. Class 1 Prospect Heifer should be in the makeup area. Classes 2 and 3, this is your third and final call. Classes 2 and 3 Prospect Heifers should be in the makeup area at this time. Class 116 Belted Galloways, first place, entry number 37, KEW Nova, exhibited by Haley Hillhouse of Indiana. Second place, entry number 34, Cardinal Crest Delightful Jade, exhibited by Lily Terrell from Kentucky. Third place, entry number 38, Moonshadow UKI, exhibited by Kirsten Hendershut from Ohio. And fourth place, entry number 35, Elizabeth Livestock Odessa, exhibited by Elizabeth Eaton from Ohio.
Good trio as we get into these older females, and I think a nice place to start. I think there's a little give and take, but at the same time, I think this heifer does handle this trio well on top. One that sets herself apart from the side. I think being really good pattern and balances up nice. She's cleaner chested and taller front end than the heifer in second, yet she's got more mass and stoutness than the heifer in third. Young lady in second here, this one's really opened up and big-bodied and just wide sprung. Probably one of the just wider, stouter ones we've seen all day. With that comes just a little more extra condition. Wasn't quite as neat there through her head, neck, and chest as the heifer there in first, but I think a very, very good one there to be in second. The young lady that's going to round out that heifer, giving her just a little bit of fits today. It's getting late in the day, and these cattle never act super good when it gets evening, but that's a nice heifer and would have won a lot of classes today. Very sound structured, got some muscle, got a good look. Very nice trio for them young ladies.
Class 1 Prospect Heifers, entries number 197 and 195. Please make your way to the makeup area immediately. Results from Class 17 belted Galloways. First place, entry number 42, Oatley's Farm Mai Tai, exhibited by Charlotte Abigail from Indiana. Second place, entry number 39, Hickory Grove Lori, exhibited by Darcy Snow of Indiana. And third place, entry number 40, County Line Millie, exhibited by Swan Lakes Eliza Jane from Pennsylvania.
Nice division here. We got three really nice class winners that I think all kind of make a case out here in this division. I don't think you could probably go a few different ways. I'll touch on them just a little bit. Young lady's single entry there. We talked about how we thought she was awful nice just as a single entry, and get her back out here, and she looks really good compared to the two right there behind her. One that just offers a little more extension. I like her head and neck nicer than the two right behind her. I like her length of body nicer than the two behind her. And one that I think is just fresher in her condition, just offers a little more length aside and stretch than the two heifers right in behind her. Young lady's heifer there out of the second class, probably the combination heifer of the two heifers on either side of her. A little stouter than the heifer ahead of her, yet neater looking and more elegant than the heifer right behind her. I particularly like her better out of her head and neck, and I like her freshness in comparison to the heifers on either side of her. And that one comes in just a little more of a conventional package, just a little more moderate, but it kind of fits her well. She balances up very nice, got some body, and one that's very, very good on the move. Really the stout, heavy muscled female that won that last class, one that's really opened up, got a ton of muscle down her top and out through her hip and stifle. This one I'd like to just trim her up and freshen her up. She wants to get just a little thick there under her jaw, just a little thicker neck, to just almost got just a little more of a terminal look to her. Not quite as maternal and cowy in her just basic build and look than the two heifers right ahead of her. So, but I think it's close. I think you can go a few different ways and justify it. Put your hands together. I'll take one more look. We'll get you a champion reserve.
Division champion, entry number 37, KEW Nova, exhibited by Haley Hillhouse of Indiana. Reserve Division Champion, entry number 34, Cardinal Crest Delightful Jade, exhibited by Harmony Meadows Nightshade of Kentucky. Excuse me, exhibited by Lily Terrell of Kentucky. Prospect Heifers, entries number 197 and 195. Please make your way to the makeup area immediately. Prospect Heifers, entry number 197 and 195.
Kaylee brought us a really nice single entry here. It's one of the more intriguing ones we saw today, one that's very opened up, got some muscle, got some top shape, yet very ladylike in her appearance and maternal in her build, and one that I think just does a really nice job of putting some look together with a little extra mass and muscle and body shape. We'll get her back out here, compare her for division in a bit.
Class 120 winner, entry number 45, Ekman's Arwen, exhibited by Kaylee Eckelman from Illinois.
Good pair here, nice females, really pretty similar just as far as how they're patterned and designed and assembled. So I just opted to go with more stoutness here in first. This one's just got more bone, more muscle, more width, more weight per day of age in a very similar package. Young lady's heifer's going to be second. Again, very sound structured, very similar, like I said, as far as type and kind and design. Just didn't quite have that extra foot and bone and muscle and shape that we found in the heifer that's going to start. Well, good division here. Not as many numbers as some of the other divisions, but we're going to get two really nice ones out of here. I like them both. I think you can go either way. I think it's very, very close. I think there's perhaps a little extra foot and bone and substance and stoutness in the black heifer that won that first class. One that we talked about her just being a really intriguing combination of look and muscle and outward curve and shape. She's maybe not as neat right there in her front end and front knee as the heifer right behind her, but I think a heifer that certainly got some advantages in this pair. No doubt the one that just presents herself better today is the heifer that won the second class. This young lady does a really nice job with her, getting her stopped, presented, gets everything out of this female, but one that I think has a good design, good pattern, balances up, very nice from a symmetry standpoint, one that's good hipped, and just really is 12 o'clock today from a presentation standpoint. So very, very good pair. I think you can go either way. Young lady out of that second class will win this division. Young lady that won the first class will be reserved.
Class 121, Belted Galloway, senior heifer winner is entry number 47, River Smith Priscilla, exhibited by Isabella Honeycutt of North Carolina. Second place, entry number 48, Goshen Farms Seraphim, exhibited by Olivia Graham of Georgia. Division champion, entry number 47, River Smith Priscilla, exhibited by Isabella Honeycutt of North Carolina. Reserve division champion, entry number 45, Eckelman's Arwen, exhibited by Kaylee Eckelman of Illinois.
as we get out here for our champion drive, the Galloway show, man, it's been fun. It's been a great show. We started off strong with some really neat heifer calves. I think got a bright future. We got into some stouter, older heifers, and but man, I just look at really happy with this lineup out here. These first and seconds and champions and reserves in their divisions. I think just a lot of high quality cattle, and no doubt this is one of them breeds that's kind of got some people intrigued right now, and just walking around the barn and talking to people. When I told them, I asked what I was judging, and I said I was this was one of the breeds I was judging, and it really you get kind of some positive reaction out of people, and people that certainly are paying attention and trying to maybe participate in this breed if they find the ones that they kind of can tie into. And I think there's a lot of good females out here, and a lot of good females, I think, really intriguing from a breeding standpoint. I think they got a lot of neat pieces out here to go ahead and breed on and make some really interesting cattle the next generation. And I think there's just a lot of future out here, a lot of cattle that are sound structured, got some muscle, got some look, and do it in a really neat package. So we're going to get a nice pair of them out of here, going to get our champions, going to look very nice, I think, for your Supreme Drive to represent this breed for tomorrow night. And as I said in the AOB show, the last time I got to judge here was the COVID year, and there wasn't a lot of people around. It's just so refreshing to come here this year and just see all the trailers and cattle and people just so well attended. Just feels like it's got a real good vibe in the air. A lot of positivity in the cattle industry, a lot of positivity just in the country, and what we can do from here forward. But no doubt, I commend these exhibitors, commend the families and the fitters behind these cattle. We'll go ahead. Let's put your hands together for these exhibitors. We'll get you a champion reserve.
Your grand champion, belted Galloway heifer, AJC California Dreamin', exhibited by Graham Dickerson of Indiana.
Nice way to start the prospect heifer show off. And I think the young man's heifer probably just hits me as the most complete, the most ladylike. Is she the stoutest? Is she the biggest bone? No. But do I think she has the most future in her? Yeah. I think her neck and head's nice. I love her proportion and her underline. I think she's got enough punch to her from behind. I think her feet and legs, what really separate her. She just hits me as just a very fault-free heifer. If I get nitpicky on her, take her tail head down a little bit. But I think that's a nice place to start. From there's some kind of sort and some change. And this heifer, I wish she was a little looser there in her pasture, would reach just a little better in her front end. But I think her body type and just dimension and the kind of little more extra power that she has, I do like that about her. I wish she would just reach out there in her pasture and in her front knee just a little better, but I think that heifer still has a lot of quality. Black and white heifer, again, is a nice heifer. Gives you a neat look here from the side, one that balances up nice in terms of her depth of body. She moves good. If I could just elevate her at her front end a little bit, give her a little more just punch and power through her forerib. But again, I think her feet and legs and just gives you kind of a real feminine, kind of ladylike look. Kind of the shorthorn appearing heifer here, stout, gives you a nice look, sound, one that reads with a nice turn to her. Just needs to be a little deeper there at the base of her heart, back to her flank. Young lady with the blaze face, one wants to fight the halter. Kind of hard to get a good read on her. She certainly is highly presented. When she does get her stop, gives you a nice look, has a nice turn there to her body. Her hind leg and hip placement reads right. She just kind of fights the halter here. It's hard to read, kind of her front end and her blade. I'd like to see her be deeper in terms of her body shape and back to her flank. Again, nice class of heifers, certainly some variety in terms of size, scale, and kind of where we're at. Again, very nice on the top end.
Your reserve champion, Belted Galloway, Miss Spring Hill Luna, exhibited by Mark Snyder of Pennsylvania. She will also be your champion bred and owned female, Belted Galloway. Results from Class 1 Prospect Heifers. First place, entry number 211, exhibited by Blake Miller, Otterburn, Indiana. Second place, entry number 266, exhibited by Gwyneth Souter from Georgetown, Ohio. Third place, entry number 187, exhibited by Alexa Lowe from Macy, Indiana. Fourth place, entry number 197, exhibited by Riley Maples of Waverly, Alabama. Fifth place, entry number 195, exhibited by Jesse Maples of Waverly, Alabama. Sixth place, entry number 88, exhibited by Brianna Fox from Hillsboro, Ohio. Seventh place, entry number 244, exhibited by Scarlett Rebling from Elkton, Michigan. Eighth place, entry number 158, exhibited by Josh Castle from Hudson, Michigan. Ninth place, entry number 155, exhibited by Annabelle Johnson, West Alexandria, Ohio. 10th place, entry number 72, exhibited by Lily Easman from Elizabeth, Indiana. 11th place, entry number 304, exhibited by Josie Wilt from Bloomberg, Ohio. And 12th place, entry number 94, exhibited by Caden Gardner from West Alexandria, Ohio. Class 2 Prospect Heifers are in the ring.
Nice single entry here to start our Prospect Steer Show. Really good structured calf, good looking. Love his angles. I love his extra extension and length of body. I think he's maybe just adequate and average as far as muscle right now. I hope he gets more as he gets older, but like his feet and legs, like his structure. We'll get him out here shortly.
Class 127 feeder steer, Belted Galloway, first place, entry number 56, Sunnybrook Mr. Belvedere, exhibited by Charlotte Allball from Indiana.
Nice class of steers here on the Belted Galloway side, and I think a real logical place to start. This one's he's just more manly than the other three. He's more masculine all the way through his front end. He's got more forearm and just power all the way through the center of body, especially on the top side of his skeleton as well. He's the biggest topped. He's the biggest ended one, and with that, I still think he's the best structured. I think a nice place, a logical steer there in second. I thought he was second. Just as far as muscle, he's got more muscle and shape than the two steers behind him. I like his just added masculine look that he's got compared to the two steers in third and fourth. And just, I think, a very nice pair there of steers on top that just had more muscle and shape and cutability to them. Steer here in third, love his outline. And this one's got a little extra more foot and bone compared to the two steers ahead of him. Just didn't quite have as much muscle on that skeleton. I'd like to see more stifle, more lower shape and twist, and just more muscle to move him ahead. But I like that steer's pattern and feet and legs and bone. Young lady's going to round out Good looking calf. I love this one from the side. Awesome through his front 1/3. Again, just like the steer, there just needs more muscle and shape to run with them steers in first and second.
Class 128, Belted Galloway feeder steers. First place, entry number 58, Spring Hill County Line Flint, exhibited by Mariah Schwab from Pennsylvania. Second place, entry number 60, Cedar Mill Farm Outlaw, exhibited by Charlotte Allball from Indiana. Third place, entry number 61, Sunnybrook Riker, exhibited by Alice Yankee of Virginia. And fourth place, entry number 59, Sunnybrook Ultra, exhibited by Haley Hillhouse of Indiana.
Out here for our champion purebred steer. We talked about the single entry steer out of the first class being very good structured, very good looking, just a little more immature, lighter weight compared to the two steers in the out of that second class, but talked about him, good structured, just like to see more muscle and shape. Love the muscle and shape in the two steers out of that second class. Yes, they're bigger and heavier, more mature, but I think there's still just going to be more muscle and just total product on down the line. Like those steers, two steers quite a bit. We'll keep them together, be champion in reserve.
Your champion purebred Belted Galloway steer, entry number 58, Spring Hill County Line Flint, exhibited by Mariah Schwab of Pennsylvania. Your reserve champion purebred steer, entry number 56, Sunnybrook Mr. Belvedere, exhibited by Charlotte Allball from Indiana.
Got a good trio out here for our percentage steer show. We'll just talk about them. This is class and division and grand champion. So young lady steer out of that's going to start this drive. Very good looking. Got a neat head and neck. Got some muscle and shape to him. Maybe not as much foot and bone as the two steers right behind him, but a calf that certainly looks like he's got better days ahead of him. Really a bulk, dense, kind of heavy-duty steer here in the second young man has here. He's got some extra foot and bone compared to the steer right ahead of him. Steer that's just got a little extra just structure to him as well. Gets around the ring really well. Maybe not as impressive from a muscle standpoint as the steer on either side of him, but I like that density. I like that extra bulk that he has. Young lady's got a real cool one here in third here. He's going to be just a handful, just as far as how much foot and bone and hip and muscle he's got. He's just a real intriguing animal and awful studly. So put your hands together. We'll get you a champion reserve percentage steer.
Class 4 Prospect Heifers. Class 4 Prospect Heifers, please be making your way to the makeup area.
Nice class of heifers here again, and the black and white heifer to me kind of just maybe lands a little more logical for me. Certainly just in terms of having some more just dimension to her and stout and square out of her hip. I think she uses her hind leg good. She gets out there, she moves nice from the side. I think she probably balances up the best. I think she paints a nice picture here when the young lady gets her set up, just in terms of look and balance, having some bone, some length of hip. I think that heifer is highly presented. Nice job. Young lady in the pink shirt here again. I like your heifer a lot. Just her body type, her depth of body, her forerib. She reads with enough mass to her. She's not the biggest boned one out here. She could have a little more foot under her, a little more bone. Gives you a nice look, though. I think just that's a fault-free, just kind of easy doing, just kind of a logical second place heifer for me. Young man here again has a really nice heifer that's really, really highly presented. When he does get her stopped, she gives you a nice look. She's one that's level, her length of hip's good, her extra bone's good. She just reads a little parallel in terms of her lower body. She's a little upright in her blade and knee as she goes. Just like to see her move a little better, have a little more depth there at her center body and kind of down through her flank. Parked and stopped, though, gives you a really nice look. Young man, again, brings one with a little more scale, a little more feature to her, hairy, gives you a neat look. Gets a little lower pinned when she's out here on the go. One that just kind of needs to just have a little more punch to her when you get behind. Nice heifer, though, to going forth. Young man brings one parked and stopped I like a lot. She's stout. She's big-ribbed. She got a lot of look to her. Just when she gets out moving, gets a little straight, wants to pull up there in her back, just needs to be a little sounder, needs to be a little looser built. Again, kind of a class with a lot of variety and stuff. Heifers probably just aren't quite female enough for me. Need to be a little looser built, need to be kind of have a little more body and doability for me, but nice class of heifers on top.
Class 4 prospect heifers, please be making your way to the makeup area. Also Class 5 prospect heifers. Results from Class 2, first place, entry number 243, Claire Riebling from Elkton, Michigan. Second place, entry number 184, Gabrielle Lewis from Covington, Indiana. Third place, entry number 101, Kaysen Gordano from Hillsboro, Ohio. Fourth place, entry number 19, Riley Bowman from Hamilton, Ohio. Fifth place, entry number 272, Jet Stillwell from Colfax, Indiana. Sixth place, entry number 80, Cameron Burkhardt from Hillsboro, Ohio. Seventh place, entry number 237, Ava Priest from Seaman, Ohio. Eighth place, entry number 192, Jake Magnon from Enon, Ohio. Ninth place, entry number 205, Nick McConnell from Mount Vernon, Ohio. 10th place, entry number 169, Eli Cossins from Bellbrook, Ohio. 11th place, entry number 194, Luke Magone from Enon, Ohio. And 12th place, entry number 1, Isabella Allball from Waterloo, Indiana.
Braden brought us a nice single entry over here on this side. Fundamentally, very nice female. Got some body, good structured, moves good, covers her track. One that I think's got a nice combination of being flexible and good structured. It still has some muscle and stoutness and a good look. We'll get her back out here compared to a few others when we get her out here for division.
Third and final call, Class 4 prospect heifers. Also, second call, Class 5 prospect heifers. Class 6, be making your way to the makeup area. Results from Class 131, Belted Galloway finished steer. First place, entry number 63, DTRF Tim, exhibited by Ada Van Meter from Indiana. He will also be your champion percentage steer. Second place, entry number 62, HMD Buffalo, exhibited by Henry Dwyer from Indiana. That will be your reserve champion percentage steer. And third place, entry number 57, Hollyview Homeboy, exhibited by Abigail Gant and Isabella Honeycutt from North Carolina. Results from Class 134, Belted Galloway Heifer Calf, First place, entry number 18, Eckelman's Anna, exhibited by Braden Eckelman from Illinois.
Alexa brought us a real nice single entry here. Real good female. I think just does the basic things really good. She's big bodied. She's got a neat look to her. Still got some mass and stoutness and foot and bone and feature to her. Again, very nice single entry. We'll get her back out here compared to the others for champion.
Results from Belts of Galloway Class 136 Senior Heifer. First place, entry number 49, Rock Creek Lily Von Shoop, exhibited by Jeffrey, Ellen, and Alexia Adler from Indiana. That will also be your champion senior heifer. Class 5 Prospect Heifers. Final call. Please be making your way to the makeup area. Class 5 Prospect Heifers. Class 6 Prospect Heifers, please be making your way to the makeup area.
Just two out here for this division, but both females that would have done really well in the first show we had today, and both are very respectable, just as how their basic build is. Got some bone, got some body, got some muscle and stoutness to them, yet in a very sound, functional package. I like both these females quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead, stick with the older heifer is going to be champion. Young man with the younger heifer will be reserved.
Your grand champion, mismarked heifer, Belted Galloway division, entry number 49, Rock Creek Lily Von Stoop, exhibited by Jeffrey, Ellen, and Alexa Adler from Indiana. Your reserve grand champion, mismarked heifer, Belted Galloway, entry number 18, Eckelman's Anna, exhibited by Braden Eckelman of Illinois.
Young lady brought us another nice one here. Young green heifer, but I think got some future to her, got some better days ahead of her. I think she's pretty adequate just as far as how she's assembled and her structure. Just going to like to see her just get older, put a little more muscle and mass on if she can. But I think a very nice place to start here.
First place, Class 140, Belted Galloways, entry number 4, Rock Creek Leita James, exhibited by Jeffrey, Ellen, and Alexa Adler from Indiana. Class 141 is in the ring.
Henry brought us a very nice single entry here. This heifer's pretty intriguing. I think she's got a neat look to her, really captivating just as far as design and how elegant she is from the side. She's square built, just got a very high quality look to her. I like how her head and neck and front 1/3 is assembled, yet she's still got some stoutness and some power when you get behind her. We'll get her back out here for our champion in a bit.
Class 141, Belted Galloways. First place, entry number 9, HMD Josie, exhibited by Henry Dwyer of Indiana.
Just a pair out here in this division, but I think some quality. I think there's one out here just got more extras. She's stouter, she's neater looking, she's bigger body, just got some another, cranks it up another level of quality in this pair. Young man out of that second class will have champion, young lady will be reserved.
Your division champion, junior heifer calf, Belted Galloway. Entry number 9, HDM Josie, exhibited by Henry Dwyer of Indiana. Your reserve division champion, entry number 4, Rock Creek Lolita James, exhibited by Jeffrey Ellen and Alexa Adler from Indiana.
Good class of prospect heifers here, and the young lady probably has the one that probably hit me the hardest when she first come in. Once she got in here and relaxed and settled in, I kind of think she wins rather handily. Just in terms of looking like a female, having some body, having some power and mass. I really like the way she's wedged there and underneath. Her feet and legs are good. She moves really nice. She looks like a female. I like that heifer a fair bit. Young man brings a nice heifer here, and just kind of one that's really practical. Sound on her feet and legs, elegant in her look, got enough body, got enough mass to her. Gets a little frailer featured at the ground, could use a little bit just more bone and foot size under her, but in terms of making a cow, practical, easy doing, very, very nice. Young man, I like your heifer quite a bit. I think when she stops, she gives you a neat look. She's really stout. She's opened up in her rib cage. She's one that just reads just a little off there in her forerib. She gets out here, gets a little lazy, gets a little deviated there. One that could just reach with a little more mobility, track a little truer out of her front end. But again, that's a nice, stout, good-looking one. Young man, again, brings a nice heifer here, parked and stopped. She gives you a nice look, one that's good in terms of her lines, her body shape, reads with a nice look to her, feminine about her head and neck, got enough muscle to her, needs to relax a little bit in her spine when she goes, reach with a little more integrity and authority there out of her hock and pastern, but still a nice place. Young lady brings one that's really stout, really bold. I think certainly can race something one day in terms of maybe a show steer or something down the road. For me personally, just hits me a little markety and kind of her type and kind. One that still moves good enough for me, just needs to just reach with a little more cushion there in terms of her pastern as she goes away. But nice bodied, stout, hairy, highly presented. She's done a very good job with her. Again, nice class of heifers, a lot of different variety and types and kinds and kind of maturity and where we're at. Just heifers that are out here maybe just hit me a little more in terms of kind of a market image, ones that need a little more time on feet, a little more body, again, but nice class of heifers, good on the top end.
Beth brought us a really nice single entry on this side. Heifer that's fundamentally very nice, got some body, sound structure, got a cowy maternal look to her. I think she's adequate in her muscle. we'll get her out here for a champion drive compared to the rest of them.
Belted Galloway Class 145 winner, entry number 15, Yankee Farms Patches, exhibited by Alice Yankee of Virginia. She will also be your champion senior percentage heifer calf.
Kirsten brought us another nice single entry here. This one, I think, compared to some of the cattle we've seen today, got a little extra shot of stoutness. I think she's got more hip, a little more foot and bone than some of the cattle we've seen, but particularly really like the stoutness out of her hip. Big pin female that's got a neat look from the side.
Champion. Class 149, Belted Galloway, winner, entry number 27, Hendershot Nutella, exhibited by Kirsten Hendershot of Ohio. She will also be your champion intermediate percentage heifer. Results from Class 3 Prospect Heifers. First place, entry number 293, Nora Watterson, West Columbia, West Virginia. Second place, entry number 139, Mitchell Hogue, Trafalgar, Indiana. Third place, entry number 5,000, Braden Griffin, Rosedale, Indiana. Fourth place, entry number 303, Clint Wilt from Bloomberg, Ohio. Fifth place, entry number 133, Henley Hill from Ellettsville, Indiana. Sixth place, entry number 141, Hadley Holmes, Kingsley, Michigan. Seventh place, entry number 31, Letty Burchett from Bainbridge, Ohio. Eighth place, entry number 146, Wyatt Howe from Wilcottsville, Indiana. Ninth place, entry number 219, Allie Moore from Lafayette, Indiana. 10th place, entry number 299, Destiny Winning from Ramsey, Indiana. 11th place, entry number 278, exhibited by Lydia Tracy from Montpelier, Ohio. And 12th place, entry number 174, exhibited by Haley Kuntz from Osgood, Indiana.
Henry brings us another nice one here to win this pair. This one's just got another level and degree of just design, pattern, and presence, and does that very, very well. Just got the extra look, just got a very unique look about her, very balanced from the side. Young lady that's going to come second, a little longer sided, perhaps a little higher weight per day of age female. Just maybe didn't quite have that extra as we found in Henry's heifer, just the extra hip and levelness and just presence and attitude that one had to run with her. But very good pair of females.
Class 6 Prospect Heifers. This is your final call. Please be making your way to the makeup area. Class 6 Prospect Heifers. Class 7, please be making your way to the makeup area. Class 7 Prospect Heifers. Results from Belted Galloway Class 151. First place, entry number 36, HMD Rosie, exhibited by Henry Dwyer of Indiana. She will also be your champion junior percentage heifer for the division. Second place, entry number 41, TTT Cruising On, exhibited by Haley Hillhouse of Indiana.
Very nice percentage show, as we've had a nice show today. As we get into these percentage females, really strong, started strong here. It's a very good heifer calf that won that first class. I think one that just really puts a lot of good things together, just as far as being good looking, great balance and symmetry and pattern from the side. It's still got some stoutness and feature to her. We get into a pair of females there in second and third out of them two divisions that big-bodied heifers that got some just fundamentally do things really, really right. Look like they're going to be nice cow prospects for those young folks. Then we get a heifer, the Henry's heifer out of that last class, just very intriguing from a design and pattern standpoint, one that balances up extremely well. Love the front 1/3 of that heifer. And then you get out a beautiful top line and hip. It still has some muscle and shape to her. So nice set of these percentage females. Put your hands together. I'll go show you my two favorites.
Your grand champion, percentage belted Galloway heifer, entry number 36, HMD Rosie, exhibited by Henry Dwyer of Indiana. Your reserve champion, percentage heifer, HMD Josie, exhibited by Henry Dwyer of Indiana.
Another nice class here on the prospect heifer side, and I think the young lady brings out one that is very, very nice. When she gets her set up here, she gives you a good look. She looks like a female. I like the shape of her head, her neck, the way it kind of all ties in, her length of hip, the mobility and use of her hind leg is good. I think her body shape's nice. She's got some muscle to her. It's laid on smooth and feminine onto her skeleton. If I get picky on her just a little bit when she moves, she wants to just pull up in her back a little bit, just kind of relax her there a little bit. I think that heifer is very, very nice. Heifer comes in second, probably just kind of most resembles our class winner, I guess you could say. I think I liked her femininity about her head, the shape to her neck. Her body balance is really nice. Her structure is good, too. She's probably one that just needs to just relax a little bit there in her tail head when she gets out and moves. Probably one that could just read just a little flatter shouldered. But, again, I think that heifer's got a lot of power and mass and refinement to her. Heifer come out in third again. When she does relax and stop, I think she does a lot of things right. She's got a neat look to her. She's stout. She's one that's got some body shape to her. She's probably just reads a little up and down in terms of her blade and knee. Could just reach a little better. Could just be a little deeper from her navel back to her flank. But I think that heifer still has a lot of quality. The orange heifer coming in fourth again. Stout and bold, big bone, one that gives you a nice look. Gets a little plainer there about her head at the base of her chest. One that could just kind of grab the ground with a little more authority in terms of her pasture and the way she goes. But again, I think she's nice. She's got a nice look to her. Heifer that's got some muscle to her. Length of hip is good. Heifer coming out next again here. Another orange colored one. Really stout, big boned. One that probably just hits me just a little bit in terms of kind of a little more kind of market heifer looking, I guess you could say. I think she probably got the pieces and kind of unique stuff to race something one day. For me, just a little too kind of market heifer oriented. Nice heifer though, good class of heifers.
Results from Class 4 prospect heifers. First place, entry number 55, Kinsey Crow from Liberty, Indiana. Second place, entry number 168, Isley Inouye from Lafayette, Indiana. Third place, entry number 43, Brittany Conkey from Hickville, Ohio. Fourth place, entry number 246, Paisley Rice, Camden, Ohio. Fifth place, entry number 42, Payson Collins from Hillsboro, Ohio. Sixth place, entry number 34, Molly Burns from Dover Plains, New York. Seventh place, entry number 193, Luke Magoni from Enon, Ohio. Eighth place, entry number 4, Roslyn Allball from Waterloo, Indiana. Ninth place, entry number 208, Wyatt McKay from Wilmington, Ohio. And 10th place, entry number 263, Colton Sisson from Felicity, Ohio. Second call for Class 7 Prospect Heifers. Second call for Class 7 Prospect Heifers.
We get out here for senior showmanship. Got to watch these young ladies throughout the show, so they did a great job all day, and it's a tough decision out here. I think there's a lot of different ways you can go because they all got them stuck right now, that's for sure. So young ladies did a great job, kind of scared off all the young men. I'm not sure what's up with that, but let's go ahead, put your hands together for your senior showman, get you a champion reserve.
Second call, Class 7 Prospect Heifers. Second call, Class 7 Prospect Heifers. The Belt of Galloway Senior Division Champion Showman, Miss Isabella Honeycutt. Reserve Champion Showman, Miss Isabella Eaton. Elizabeth Eaton.
Outstanding group of intermediate showmen, and it's getting late in the day, and sometimes it's not always the easiest to show cattle this time of the day. They're ready to get fed and get tied out, and but they're doing a nice job of getting these cattle handled very, very well, and got them all presented very, very well right now. So we'll go ahead and put your hands together. Going to get you a champion reserve intermediate showman.
Last call, Class 7 prospect heifers. Please make your way to the makeup area. First call, Class 8 prospect heifers. Please make your way to the makeup area. Your intermediate division showman, grand champion, Miss Alexa Adler. Your reserve champion showman, Miss Maria Schwab. Class 6 exhibitors, entries number 264 and 268 and 142. Please make your way to the makeup area immediately. Class 6 prospect heifer exhibitors. Second call for Class 8 prospect heifers. Please make your way to the makeup area at this time. Second call for Class 8 prospect heifers.
Well, nice group of beginner showmen as we round out the day here. It's been a great show, and be very, very proud of your young people and the direction your breed's going. I think you got a lot to look forward to, and the future is very, very bright. So let's go ahead, put your hands together, get you a champion reserve beginner showman.
Really good class here on the top end of the prospect show, and I think there's some give and take between both of them. I think they both do stuff that I like really well. Be honest, it was a little hard to get a read on the young lady's heifer when she first come in, but she gets her relaxed in here. It's pretty hard not to like her. Just gives you a nice look. I think she's just such a blend of female quality and power. That's probably what I like the most about her. The shape of her head, her neck, her body balance, her hip, her hind leg. When she does relax and get out here and just slow up a little bit, I think her structure's good. The bend to her knee and hind leg. That heifer's really nice. I like a lot of things about her. Nice job. Heifer in second place again. When she first come in, she hit me really hard, and she certainly has the advantage in terms of probably, I guess I'd say, maturity and stature and size right now. I just don't know if her build's as good as the one that's ahead of her. She wants to run downhill a little bit. She gets a little low there in her pins when she goes. Like to just open her up a little bit there in her forerib. Again, that's a good heifer, though. Gives you a nice look. Her underline's good. Her hip, her hind leg kind of reads good there standing. Just to modify a few little things, I think in a class of this pair, this caliber, I think we're kind of get the advantage to do that. Good pair of heifers on top. Young lady draws a hard class here again, and this heifer's got a lot of good in her. She's not the stoutest, she's probably not the biggest bone, but her head shape, her neck shape, her body type is really good. It reads really maternal. I like that about her. That's a nice heifer, just hit a really hard class. Young man coming again next here. Heifer that long, level-made female, parked and stopped, has a nice look to her, reads with enough power. Probably one when she gets to move, just needs to relax in her spine a little bit, wants to get underneath herself ever so slightly.
You're all right. You got it.
Heifer out next here, the lady with the orange scarf. Again, parked and stopped, gives you a nice look, gets a little too up and down there in her blade, gets a little restricted in her top line.